Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome to the channel and welcome back to the 5th Dimension SMP realm. Things have been going well lately and I must say, the mega base here is looking really good lately. It is getting there slowly, ever so slowly. We're filling in those gaps between the segments that we made a few episodes ago actually now. It's looking quite good in my opinion. We do have a very large shadow forming underneath, but I hope that just adds even more to the effect of like the depth of the build. I think this is going to look really good when it's finally done. It's basically going to be a massive version of this island that we've completely finished over here. Onto the video now. We're going to be doing something very different to what we usually will do in a video. Usually I'm on my own, working on my mega base or working on some other project, gathering resources, who knows. But today we're actually going to be with other people and we're going to be designing a very new server-wide build. And just to give a little backstory on this, Arrows, the leader of this little expedition to create a castle, which we decided on. So Arrows, he basically got us all together and he created like an event where we're going to create a massive build over the next month or two. It's going to be a very ongoing project because we're not going to have the most time to work on it. But yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Hopefully we can work it out. What we decided on was actually building a castle, but we've actually been designing just a little bit prior to me starting this video, and it's gonna turn into more of a city. It's like farmland around it, and then the castle is gonna be in the center of it all as like the main attraction. And the thing is, the catch is, none of us have really designed a city like this before, or like a castle. We have never created a real castle in Minecraft. I've done a little bit of castle walls just for fun, but that was like a couple years ago, and I've probably forgotten all about that. So it's going to be a really cool skill to learn and really fun. And if you guys do enjoy the video, then go ahead and hit a like, hit subscribe, and drop a comment down below. It influences the YouTube algorithm and gives me a ton more views. Anyway, this is the planning. So this mountain range right here is the scene at which we're going to build our castle slash city. It's basically going to be a very medieval based city, I guess, in a way. It's going to have like a castle with a village, and what we're thinking of is having these cliffs as like a fortified position for the castle. It's going to be like a protector for what's behind, and what's behind is going to be the castle and a very small, not very small, just a small village. But then we're gonna have a massive castle right here, so we may have a bit bigger than a village. It might be more like a town. So what we're gonna have is gateways, like gate walls here, and that is basically going to block and bar the passage from the sea to there. And we'll be able to have like a dock down here, and we're gonna have about 6 or 7 people helping us out on this build, supply materials and building themselves. I'm hoping to be the one that does all the main building. We're going to have to get into a voice call with them later and sort it all out. But right here, I think we're having a farmland, or at least contemplating it. So farmland all the way back here. And then right around here, we're going to have the castle. And what the lead architect on the build, I'll say, Arrows, he wants to build with diagonals mostly. And you'll see back there we have that gateway outline. That is because that is going to be like a diagonal wall for the gate. And what we're thinking about having here is like a hexagonal base for the castle itself. And then building up on that, adding like spires, just it's going to be a little bit like odd. It won't be a very, and although this may not look like much, there's a certain amount of planning that had to go into this. So for this here, we have actually 2 circles on either side, and these are going to be towers. And now they're going to come across here and be defending the gateway here and being a lookout tower as well. And we'll also probably have a lookout tower over here with a nice rope bridge going across. We're going to have to do we're going to have to do a lot of terraforming to really get this to the amount that we really want. And we got like fortified walls that are going to come all around here in specific positions like this right here between the cliffs. And the cliffs are going to be part of the build itself. Right here we're going to have to build the cliff up a little bit because it's not exactly a cliff, it's more like a hill, and enemies can probably just walk up it. But we want to get it so that it gets like this. We want to have it so that there's walls just blocking entrances to the I don't know what we'd call this, the plateau, the plains. Anyway, there also is going to be a farmland out here, and I've just marked out 3 areas that we're gonna have buildings. This is gonna be a small This is gonna be a small windmill. This is gonna be a large windmill. This circle here, that's gonna be a large windmill, and this is gonna be like a small house attached to a windmill. So just some varying builds, just sized up. I'll get to designing them in the future, of course. But for now, we're going to just continue placing little buildings everywhere. Inside the walls, we've been thinking of having like residential areas and a marketplace, so we're gonna have to get designing that as well. And we are yet to also place a heap of wall marking out the wall that's going to come out here and hopefully join up to the castle. I've done plenty today. I'm going to come back here as soon as the others hop on, and why don't we head over back to the base, where we're going to talk a little bit more about, well, things that we do at the base. I'm not really sure. I've sort of forgotten about them. I have one goal and one goal only today, and that is to build the second vine. This is something that I've been procrastinating about for a while now, and it's something that we really just need to get to and get doing it, because right now we have one vine. It's a little bit lopsided, but it's okay. It was our first vine, and it looks okay as long as you don't look at it from this angle and see that it's kind of like joined, curved around. It's not obeying physics really that much. However, what we're going to do is bring a vine from that small arm, which the vine connects to over here, and that is going to hopefully tie together the builds just that bit more and make things look a lot better. But before we can even get to that, we actually need to head over to the dark oak forest over here and get a lot of leaves, like harvest a lot, because this build here requires a lot. And a little while later, we have completed the grind to get the leaves, and we have a decent amount, not too much, but a decent amount. Hopefully it is enough to create a nicely sized vine. It's actually not that highly detailed, it's just leaves, but we're going to make it look good. Hopefully, somehow, we're going to make it look good. So why don't we just hop into the time lapse and see how it goes. And there we go, 17 minutes later, we have gotten our tree. Why did I say tree? We've gotten our vine fully made up. I think this vine looks a lot better than our first vine. If you take a look at that one, it's got a nice slope to it, but it doesn't have exactly a good balance. But this looks pretty good. I would say that it probably needed to have like a little bit more of a slope here, but it's one of those things that is so annoying to build, because you have to build it from the bottom up, but you want to build it from the middle. But you can't. You have to build it from the bottom up. So whatever you build on the bottom, it's very difficult to get to. So I'm just going to settle for that. That looks good in my opinion, and it connects my builds. And if you don't like the way that something looks, then why don't you just chuck on some shaders and look at it again? Because now that looks good. Anyway, let's head on back to the community project. I think Arrows is online. He's right behind me, in fact. And let's talk. Okay, are you here? Oh wait, yeah, there you are. So this is Arrows. He is the person, the lead architect on the build, really. I am just a humble person who takes out the orders, I don't know. And we've got this set up a little bit. We got some marked out edges. We actually just downsized the castle area because it was a bit overpowering, would you say? Yeah. And what are we working with mainly here? We're going to be working with diagonals, I think.
Yeah,
Is
a
the plan?
lot of diagonals.
Yeah, a lot of diagonal walls, as you can see down here at the gatehouse. We have also we're going to have a diagonal entrance, I think. And maybe a diagonal throne room, which is going to be interesting.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. And I understand you've been working a little bit on a windmill design for the
Yes.
farmland.
My creative
Incorrect.
world, I think it looks really good.
Yeah, it's literally thunderstorm and lightning right now. Why? So I think what we're gonna do is today we're just gonna mainly plan out where we're placing buildings. Like we got the castle area down. I'm designing that in creative as well. I've got like a wall and like a block palette. I think it looks pretty cool, but we just need to think about where else everything else is going to go. So where are we going to have the village, do you reckon?
Well, I'm thinking we have it like lead up to the castle. We'll have like
Oh,
a
yeah?
spread out around here,
Yep.
and then like right up here, we'll have like a little main road going down into
Just
it.
like a main path.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll
Leading
have
from the
this. Yeah, so we'll convene later. Probably, hopefully we have some more planned out. It's going to take a while. This is actually a really massive castle. Wow. So, as you can probably gather from that, we actually have very little experience building cities, and castles for that matter, and we're gonna have a decent amount of fun expanding our skill set over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully, we get this finished in the end, and hopefully, it doesn't look too bad. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's head back to the base and continue on operations solo. And those solo operations include the mega base, and I keep mentioning this every video, but I love the way it's looking. It's really looking good. We got that shadow coming in, and that is definitely adding to the mystery of it all. And I think once we do complete this whole thing, I think we'll add some clouds around it just to give it that extra height, because Minecraft really doesn't have a high block limit, and it's kind of frustrating sometimes. So what we're doing is, yeah, we're gonna build it pretty high. Except I don't understand why I didn't build it higher. Oh wait. Yeah, that's right. I want to build mountains on it, so we're still going to do that. But yeah, we're going to continue working on this base today. I think we'll get until we have all the quarter filled in, so we'll be a quarter way done the filling in of this, and then on like another day we might do a full one. Who knows? But I think if we just aim to get 3 done, that'll be plenty good enough. Anyway, let's head back into time-lapse mode and just try and do a little bit more. And finally, we have completely finished 1/4 of the filling in for our mega island. This is looking really good, guys. I hope that you enjoy the video. I am going to continue working in the background, planning that castle slash village slash whatever it is, that community project that we're working on. Actually, I think Arrows wants to convene right now off camera. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in another one. This is going to be really good. We're going to continue the mega base and hopefully get working on the castle. Bye.